I figured I'd do a video now, shout out video. I also figured I'd get the opportunity now to show you a few of my my guns that I've picked up over the last few years. Really enjoy going out and shooting off a few guns, and whether I'm shooting at animals or taking them out on the range or whatever. I don't have a huge collection like some people have, but I do have quite a few. I've got my first gun ever right here, and it is a Winchester Cooey 410 crack barrel, and you can see she's in pretty good shape. My brother took her and sanded her down and put a bit of varnish on her there a few years back. My next one to her, this is a Mossberg Maverick 12 gauge that was actually given to me for my birthday one year by my father. Got that a few years back. We use it for mostly for ducks and stuff. Good for saltwater birds too, because it's not a real expensive gun to be bringing out in the saltwater with you. This one right here, this gun has a special meaning for me. This is a Mossberg Lakefield 12 gauge, and this gun actually belonged to my uncle. My uncle passed away in his 50s. He had an aneurysm, and he was really close to me, and he actually left me this gun. He was a real big hunter, and probably about it. He was the best shot that I ever know, and he left me his 12 gauge. And funny story, my father actually bought it for him in the early 80s, and he gave it back to me around 2002 or 2003, a couple years before he passed. This old double barrel here, this is a 12 gauge as well, and this is a Stevens 1905 12 gauge. You got the two external hammers. Kicks like a mule. You can see she's not in real good shape. I mean, over 100 years. But my father traded I'm not sure how the story goes. I think my father traded a truckload of wood for that gun a few years back, and well worth it, I think. This gun is 3 days old. This is, sorry I'm a bit shaky here, it's hard holding up guns and doing it at the same time. This is a 22-250. I bought it on Friday, so whatever that is. It is a H&R single shot crack barrel. It's got the mounts here for the rail for the scope, and she's a short barrel. But what I like about her, I like the pistol grip, real nice and easy to flick around. I like the pistol grip, but I also like the fact that H&R has a barrel exchange program where you can take your action and your butt and send it in, leave the barrel home, send it in, and you can request different caliber rifles to be fitted for your gun. So you could say, if I got a 22-250 there, if I want a 270, and say even if I want a shotgun like a 410 or a 12 gauge, I can send it in, request it, and for I think it's $89 American per barrel, they'll fit me out with the other barrels and send them back. So I'm really interested in maybe getting a few other calibers of this gun. I had a couple shots out of her yesterday, and I really like it. And now I got to get a scope for her, because I'm hoping to do some coyote hunting. The one next to it, this is another pride and joy of mine. This is a Ruger 1022, and I've got I don't have much done with it. No, like not a whole lot of aftermarket parts or nothing. I prefer just to stick with. I like the natural wood and keep it as plain and simple as possible. I bought a nice scope, or a nice scope for her. Sighted her in yesterday. Bought a nice scope for her. It's a new one. It's a higher model Tasco scope, and I bought a nice leather strap for her. In case you're wondering what all that noise is, that's the varmint right there. buddy got his ball. I bought a nice scope and a strap for, and I bought two 25-round clips for firing at a few targets and stuff, and I got two 10-round clips too. I've shot a lot of rabbits and grouse with her when I used to live down on the south coast. Next to that one is a 303 British, and she's got a short Sportster stock, and I got a Simmons Whitetail Classic scope put on her. And I shot 2 moose and 2 bears with this one in two. Well, I shot a moose and 2 bears, and my brother shot his moose with it. So there has been 4 animals shot with this one in the last 2 years. This old 303. You can't kill them. I'd say over the years now that could have shot 100 animals. Who knows? But I really enjoy that gun too, like taking it to the range and stuff. And then I got to show you my trapping gun. This right here is my little Badger. I'm not sure if you fellas are familiar with them, but it's a little backpacker made by Chiappa, and it's a single shot 22, and it folds up. It comes with a little case, a little like book bag type case that you can put her in. She got the holder here for little 22 long rifle shots, and you can take her and flick her up. And real small little rifle, eh? I carry that in the woods with me pretty well all season, and fired a few shots out of her, not a whole lot, never had to use her much, but fired at a couple grouse and stuff like that. But it's a nice little gun to carry around with you, and real light, and you don't even notice she's there. Now, the main intention for this video was not to talk about my guns, believe it or not. I'm down in the man cave today, in case you're wondering. This is where I hang out. Got my dartboard there, and got my pool table and my guitars and stuff. Got my TV. I got the camo wallpaper. The main point of this video today is to do a few shout outs to. I just jotted down some names for some people who've been pretty good to me since I started with YouTube, and I got a lot more I got to start talking about too. Let me tell you. I'm sorry if I left you out on this video, and I definitely will get you on another one. But I got Heath Gagnon. I hope you spelled your name right, or pronounced it right. Gonzo. Been a lot of help to me since I started with putting up trapping videos online and giving me a lot of advice. Chad Stone. I didn't have him for too long on my YouTube, but since I did add him a few weeks back, Chad's put up some great videos, and I really enjoy the cooking videos because it's something that I'm not real handy in, but I do have an interest in learning, so I'm definitely going to try out a few of those recipes, like the bread recipe and the rabbit head soup recipe. William Larkham Jr. Been a real source of advice for me, a great guy, and does a lot of cool videos, and I particularly enjoyed looking at that tent that he used to stay in there, the outfitter tent. I'd love to have one, and takes his boy along with him trapping and stuff. And Mike Stone, Mike has also been a big help, and particularly with talking about links and stuff, because I know Mike does quite well with links. Wallace Vivian, another big help for me, and Wallace has done videos, everything from ice fishing to trapping coyotes to mink trapping with his son and stuff like that, and I enjoy watching Wallace's videos. Dave Wilcox is another fella who's been good for giving me some advice on the coyotes and stuff, particularly when I was trying to figure out how in the world I was supposed to flesh them and skin them. And another good guy living down on Red Indian Lake, I believe, and real nice spot for trapping in Newfoundland. Mr. Sly Fox, haven't heard tell of him in a while, but he was a big source of advice for me back when I first started. When I was looking for a few muskrat and mink, Mr. Sly Fox is a muskrat expert. Garrett Brader, I underline Garrett's name because Garrett's got a contest on the go right now, and he's got a shout out contest. If you give him a shout out, you can enter your name, similar to my contest. I'm giving Garrett a shout out here today. He's a young fella that's starting trapping, much like myself, pretty new to the hobby, but he's learning a lot. You can tell. You certainly tell from the start of the videos to now that Garrett's after picking up on a lot since he started trapping, and I wish him all the best now next year. And he's got some great prizes for his contest, and we're pretty we're not that fortunate enough. I don't know if you call it fortunate or we're cursed enough to have raccoons here in Newfoundland. He's giving away a raccoon pelt, which is pretty cool, and also deer antlers, and we don't have deer here either, so two different things for us Newfoundlanders. Then we got 13 Prevail, another fella that I enjoy his the bushcraft breakfast video, and he had a few videos there, like a winter camping video I thought was pretty cool, and I'm hoping to get out and do a few camping videos later on in the summer. I like the survival aspect of being out in the woods and stuff too. So these are a few names that you should definitely check out. Sorry if I missed you. I definitely will make it up on another video. Don't mind the phone number up at the top. That's my grandmother's number. I couldn't remember it, so I had to write it down. But thank you guys for being such a big support since I started my channel, and all the best in the future, and take care.